Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Those are the runs the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And they are going to score on the field return. Touchdown, LA. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now Foles. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Foles on the move to his left. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, if my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands, they want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it. So I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got... And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts are back within a score. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
104 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That good for 22 and a first down. They'll run here with Spiller. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So 3 points on the board is easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Foles. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Back to throw.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 29, Foles. And his throw is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throwing coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Oh, that's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd down and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
Back to throw here. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Herbert.
And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Herbert throwing again. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
They already had the early lead, then they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Khalil
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox.
A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 135 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. He's got Allen. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Foles. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. He's got his man. It's Pierce. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Foles toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Caught on the slant. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? What do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter. You're going. Touchdown! Kylan Granson from 3 yards out. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little...
He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, 43 yards. And the Chargers will add to their fourth quarter lead. try and throw for it.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Foles ready to lead this offense. Down by 12. 1:07 remaining. Here's Foles. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's got Pierce.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys are struggling to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Second down and goal. Foles firing quickly here, and that's complete. So this one's over.